Alright, hopefully that's a good volume. I know we're starting soon. I'm not ready yet. But I just want to start off this stream with a quick message that life isn't a marathon. You don't have to be running like Usain Bolt level speeds. You can, it's a marathon. You can jog. I think the most you should be going is like nice jog. Getting stuff done at pretty much your own pace and not taking things too fast. Just wanted to say that you're doing fine. Just don't run too fast. You'll get burnt out. I've been there. With that, enjoy the sick um, ROBA music while I get ready. Hello, everybody. How's everybody going? I think I said that right. How is everybody doing? Not everybody going. I mean, we're all going at our own paces, I think. If you haven't met me yet, I can't speak today. I swear this mug would give me superpowers if I just believed in it a little bit more. If you haven't met me, my name is Tetro. I am the commissioner and owner of the ROBA, and I will be hosting this, I guess, commentary and entire game with you tonight. I only have one big question. I did a little bit of a simulation to see who would win. By that, I mean I did some very careful speculations, and the Aviators actually scored the first goal. And I can only see the first goal, and then I have to be like, okay, that's enough, that's enough. And they did a little bit of practice match yesterday, and the Aviators actually ended up winning that one. Now, it wasn't very competitive. Kamael looked like they were going 50% speed, but they just won by just kind of passing around, shooting. So, what I have to ask is that, will all three of the core Aviators players be firing on all cylinders to beat the Titans that are the River Cats? If they can do that, they win. Because I think they have enough firepower. Yeah, I know. I like make fun of them a lot for being toilet bowl, terrible, trash organization. But I really don't think that too much. If they could just have a little bit more drive to constantly compete, they would be a really good team. It is 4-0 against 0-4. I think this is going to be, on paper, the most unbalanced match we've ever had this year. Airbud has been playing, not at a sensational level, but he's been playing really good for what he's been doing. Of course, there's been better players, but he's doing pretty good. I think Broccoli and Moth especially, needs to step up his game and really show this league, hey, I've been here for a little bit now, I'm starting to get into the flow, I'm just going to start thrashing down on teams, and this would be a really great thing. I think if they can't, I'm not actually sure, if they can't win these next 3 games, they actually don't make it to the playoffs. So they get eliminated from the playoffs with this loss. But hey, you never know what's going to happen, especially me. I've gotten all my predictions wrong. It does look like they're heading out on the field now. Now, mind me, this transition is going to be a little bit rough, as it always is, but we're just going to get it about started right now. You know, if I could get my stuff together. Tell me if y'all like the music while I'm talking, or just me talking. Alright. They are out on the field, and we shall get started right now. And I'll be there commentating with y'all every step of the way. Aviators and the River Cats. Kickoff now. Airbud's doing some Rafa-esque stuff. Kamael's going to get a shot. That's going to go off the backboard, and Broccoli's going to carry that out. Airbud is being a nuisance, trying to hit a clip, and the 2 Fennecs are going to meet each other at the net. Here's Worm trying to get another shot. Immediate left post. Tons of pressure for the Aviators. Here he comes on the only part of the road of this field. This field's very awkward. I assume it'd be a little bit hard to drive on because another shot goes right post. The shot by Worm. It's going to go in off the redirect by Airbud. I don't know if that would have went in otherwise. Let me see that here. Really got it. Airbud tried to save that. I think it was going in anyway. Nice hustle, but of course it's not enough. It's going to be 1-0. The River Cats lead, immediately a shot. Let's hope they can keep this pressure up. Here's Moth getting physical with Worm on the boards. And we watch the very calm and collected Kamael, literally just sitting back in her own net as Worm's going to try and take it. Moth is doing something. I don't know what that is. Relief bot. They get it off the wall move. One of his favorites. Now, go to the signature move of Kamael, doing this crazy crap and half flipping. Over to relief bot now. It's in the corner. Very dangerous look, especially for this River Cats team, how dangerous they've been off of their corners this year. Trying to get in the zone, off the neutral zone. Shot by Kamael, bar down! trying to get it out, just fumbling forward in the neutral zone. Kamael's going to get a 50-50 off of Broccoli bot. That's going to go bar down immediately in. Number 1 player in the league, Kamael, going against Broccoli, who has been not the greatest these few games, as we can tell. Hopefully he steps it up. There's a shot for the leaf bot, and he's going to get it in! Once again, it's 3-zip now. You're wondering maybe what happened during that practice where they just goofing around, giving them some false sense of security and confidence that they could beat this team. Maybe, but also maybe not. Maybe they really were just that bad and had an off night. The power of off nights, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently, according to Airbud, they've had an off night every single night. There's Moth now with the hustle against Worm. Airbud almost getting the double touch and gets saved by Kamael. Now he's going to go up the wall. I don't know what kind of play this is. It doesn't really lead to anything except, you know, maybe that looked a little cool. Here's Airbud. Airbud's going to try and get a shot. Saved by Kamael again. See why they're the number 1 player now. Gets their name called like more than literally anybody in this league. Moth with a beautiful demo. Getting physical with it tonight. Here's a shot. Saved by Kamael! Holy guacamole! As I coin it. Airbud just kicking it into their zone again. Here's a center. And they can't really get off anything, and Worm's going to take that opportunity. He gets denied by Moth. Moth's having a pretty good game tonight so far. Here's Kamael. Relief bot's going to demo Broccoli. A shot by Kamael, and that's going to be in off the Airbud. Airbud. Guess he really doesn't like this team. I guess Kamael doesn't either. I have no clue what's going on with the camera. Kamael's going to put it in. Well, Airbud's going to put it in for Kamael. And it's 4-zip. They're getting a lot of pressure on him, as you can tell, I think. The leaf bot. Really getting, what was that? That was the worst play I've seen all year. Are y'all seeing that? Did I just see that? Worm has absolutely zero hustle. You wonder how they get so many goals? Well, it's the power of boost conservation, what they preach in those, like, academies where only gold players are. Kamael's gonna take a shot immediately, coming from the neutral zone, and scores now. I don't even know what happened. Broccoli trying to get it out. Kamael just challenges that play to get into their zone. The control freaks. We dub them. That's just going to go top cheddar. It's 5-zip off the hat-trick goal by Kamael. That goal being scored at 6:50. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I just renamed it. It's another play getting challenged. Worm scores now. Goal fest for the River Cats. You see why they're the number 1 team in the league. And why the Aviators are the worst team in the league. Now, they're just hoping they don't get another Bay Sox performance where the Bay Sox scored 17 goals against them and they scored 3. They're hoping they can get a few back at least, but this is already shaping up to be one of their worst performances to date. Blowout losses. Welcome to the Potato League, aka the RLBA. Here's Airbud. All 3 of the I don't really know what to say here. They're just being acoustic. There's another shot by Relief Bot, and he's gonna get a goal now. I think they all have 2 at least. I think Worm scored 2. Relief Bot scored 2 now. 28 seconds in the last goal. And a firing 72 miles per hour. Here they go off the face-off again. That's gonna get immediately won by the River Cats. Going to be a redirect for Airbud off the backboard, and the Relief Bot's going to lift that one now. Trying to get it out. And they're going to do so, but for how long? They wonder. Broccoli in the corner. Can't really get anything going. Here's Airbud now. Kamael trying to get it out, but here's Moth off of his signature shot. We see that in practice a lot. Maybe I should like to start recording their practices as well. But those happen at really weird hours, like sometimes 3 p.m., sometimes it's like 11. You can really never tell. The aerial demo from Airbud. Get his name Airbud for nothing. Here he comes, charging off the left wall. Broccoli and Airbud now. Broccoli's being a little bit more offensive. You're wondering if he should just stay back, but now the Aviators are trying to get something going here. Relief bot is soaring in the air. I don't know what that really did, but here's a shot by Worm! I can't speak, and he scores! Goal fest. I think he's got himself a hat trick now. Yes, he does for 5 shots. They're just letting everything go in. You know, we coined them a little bit more talented than the rest of the league, but that just seems to be, you know, not true, given that they are shaping up to be 0-5. Guys? What just happened? What is going on? Welcome to Aviators Ball. Welcome to the Potato League, guys. Okay, they're just leaving it for Kamael. Not a very good decision. I don't know what that was. Own goal by Airbud. These 10-minute games, you can really just see a team fall apart, and there we go. Another own goal. They do not give a single frick. They don't care. Airbud just getting that touch. Relief bot's going to try and get it out, and then just a team play to get into their own net. Welcome to the ROBA, folks. Gosh dang, I love owning this freaking league, yo. This is so fun. You know, if they did, like, suck all the time. Here's Relief bot with the demo and Broccoli now. Here comes Airbud. Off of the wall now to get it to the other side of the zone. Now Moth trying to kick it out. Our entire team sporting that awesome wheel. Relief bot hitting Airbud out of the air. One of the few Dominus members, or Dominus users in the entire league. Now they're kicking it into the Aviator zone. There's Worm with a shot, and that's going to get saved by Broccoli. I think it was going off the left post anyway, but we're still going to congratulate him for it. Here's a pinch by Kamael, starting something here. Going to get saved by Moth. It's Worm. The shot goes left post. I don't know what's happening here. In the neutral zone now, Moth is going to get denied by Relief bot. Relief bot's going to try and aerial that, but gets denied by, you know, himself. Who else will Relief bot can deny Relief bot of his own goals? I guess his answer would be God himself, but I guess we'll have to ask him. He's saved by Broccoli. I guess he's showing something tonight. Here comes Airbud. Now at the neutral zone, he gets denied by a River Cat. The River Cats are taking into the Aviator zone. Let's see what they can do here. Shot by Relief bot that really goes nowhere. Hit the left post almost immediately as he made contact with the ball. Broccoli's gonna do a trick instead of, you know, hitting the ball like a normal Rocket League car. Here comes Kamael. Kamael in the corner now. Gonna do something crazy with it, but ends up getting denied by the Aviators. Maybe they're starting to show some defensive prowess, but I think it's too late, you know, it being 9-1. The awesome visual of Airbud getting boost. Probably the most he's done all game, outside of, you know, scoring off of the River Cat's own goal, and they almost do it again if Moth wasn't there. Is Kamael gonna get denied by Moth? Now Moth is with it now. Here he comes. He's gonna take it, goes left post. And they're gonna get it out before it gets too dangerous. God forbid we have a competitive match here, but I guess they're trying to save their points for versus against as they're about to clinch another victory here. I don't think you can score 2 goals and 8 goals in 9 minutes to, you know, send it to overtime. Here's a shot, gonna get saved by Kamael. This is the River Cats sealing play. Gonna get really nothing with it. It's gonna head to the neutral zone. Airbud whiffs, but he's gonna save the worm. I guess that was supposed to be a read. Absolutely insane read. Absolutely awful whiff. Here comes Worm. Off the right wall. Airbud's gonna whiff once again. He's coming like the freight train if the freight train missed everything he touched. And here's Relief Bot with yet another goal. He's gonna get his first hat trick as a River Cat. Off a, terrible play by Airbud. I mean, per usual tonight. I'm just gonna be completely honest. We should make a second, minor league to the RLBA that's just called Potato League. That would be extremely fun. But, I have school, so that'd be a little bit difficult to do and manage. So, I need my sleep. Right now, it's summer, as you can see by this beautiful field. I know it's not summer. I don't even know how we got to this place in Sacramento. I've actually never been there. I'm in the box right now virtually. But, maybe we should make just where the worst bots go. I think that would be terrible to watch, but it'd be fun anyway. Here's Airbud. Tell me if y'all want to see that Potato Rocket League. Or RL3BA. Moth trying to get something going. Maybe, get another goal that wasn't an own goal scored by the River Cats. Here's Airbud. Just trying to, make sure they don't get another goal, but it's crossed up the center, and Moth is going to get that save. A little bit of extra fantasy points for whoever's betting on this strange league we have going here. Here's a ceiling play by Airbud, trying to get something going, but this is going to be as good as done as your Sacramento River Cats win it 10-1. And finally, we've had a lot of games win the away side. The away side has usually been the winning team, but I guess as the River Cats go home, they're going to start winning some games as they will continue to be undefeated tonight. I mean, I wanted the Aviators to win, but, that's just not going to happen sometimes. Especially against the best team in the league. They show why they're the best team in the league. And that's pretty much going to do it for tonight. I mean, what else would we have planned? Let me just enter these scores here. Sacramento River Cats 10, the Las Vegas Aviators score 1. This is a really strange season we have going on here. I thank y'all for sticking through with me. We have 2 more weeks. This is the trade deadline. We are going to see some bonkers trades, I assume. I could be wrong, but that's what we're probably going to end up seeing this trade deadline. As soon as the Sacramento River Cats will take on the Knoxville Smokies, which will be June 16th, which will actually be a throwback game to our first ever game, if y'all were there for that. That will be June 16th. That's when you can no longer trade. So, that's the trade deadline. That's pretty much all the news I have for y'all. I don't really have any notes on the game. Y'all could see it. I don't have any notes on that. Aviators gotta, clean it up. There's so much stuff that can go wrong. You can make an entire video essay about it. But I know y'all don't want to stay for that. And I kind of gotta go to the bathroom. So, with that, I have been Tetro, and you have been watching the RLBA. Stay safe out there, and always remember,